Hi-ho, Andrew here. Welcome to the Onion Buns and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Oilers. Oilers versus Flames, December 23rd, 2025, game 38. So, before we get to the pre-show, I just want to say this will be the final video before Christmas. So, Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful time with your family and loved ones and just have a great Christmas. And we'll be back shortly after Christmas for the Flames game. Oilers versus Flames was on Saturday. But yeah, just have a great Christmas. All right, pre-show. So this is unexpected and a little concerning. Connor Ingram is being given the start versus Calgary, bypassing Calvin Pickard after only one game. So it seems Bowman or Nobby working to completely redefine Oiler goaltending. They removed Skinner, and now it appears Pickard's spot is up for grabs. If it works, okay. But to put all your eggs in one basket for a sub-900 AHL goalie that had one good game, not great, but a good game for the Oilers, yeah, I'm not seeing that logic. Or maybe I'm just annoyed hearing Stauffer mock Stu Skinner as a Penguin, because Stauffer he was being Stauffer today, and it was annoying me. Who knows? Guess we'll see. But I'm getting the same feeling I got when Devin Dubnyk was ran out of town, as the Oilers tried and failed to replace him for years. Let's hope and pray history is not repeating itself. As predicted, Trent Fredericks returns to the lineup after sitting out one game. What is surprising is it's Lazar being sat out rather than Mangiapane. But that's par for the course with Nobby. Lazar has been very reliable as our fourth line center, where Mangiapane has been anything but reliable. But Nobby loves to play his favorites, so no one should be really surprised. It wasn't too long ago, Lazar and Phillips both were sat in the press box after scoring and being named game stars. So feels to me that's what's in play here. Again, hopefully Mangiapane and Fredericks can have big games and make me eat my words. We'll have to see tonight. Lastly, on the goalie front, there is loud talk that the Oilers are going after Andre Fleury. I've always been a Marc-Andre Fleury fan back in his heyday, but those days are past. As I said, I'm getting the same feeling as I had when the Toxics ran Dubnyk out of town, as we took huge risks that didn't pay off to replace him. I pray it works out better this time. Yeah, we'll just have to see what goes on here. We got Jari, who's injured for 2 weeks. We got Ingram, who, I'll jump ahead, he played really good. Well, he played good this game. He only faced 20 shots. But, he only let one goal in, and honestly, that was more on Bouchard than it was on anyone else. So he had a good game, But, like I said, I was a Fleury fan in his heyday, but, there's a reason he's out of the league now. So, I think the stupidest quote I heard today is, I just saw Fleury play an alumni game, so he can still play. What? We see McTavish play in alumni games. Does that mean Craig McTavish can play in the NHL? No. So it's ridiculous. But this is what the Toxics of this franchise, they are just throwing every name out there. Oh, we want this goalie, and we want this goalie, and we want this goalie. And we saw the same thing when Dubnyk got ran out of town. And it took us, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years to replace Devin Dubnyk before we got a goalie that was even remotely close to what Dubnyk was. So, yeah, we're just going to have to see how that plays out. Period 1. Henry takes a puck to the knee area and heads to the dressing room limping. No word if he's expected to return. Oilers goal at 13-12. RNH from Bouchard and McDavid. McDavid wins the puck battle, passes to Bouchard, who puts the puck on net. RNH grabs the rebound and scores. 1-0 Oilers. Henrique has returned to the bench, so just a stinger. He needed to walk off, and that's good news. But Flames goal at 4:02. Nurse boxes out Bouchard's man. So what happened is you had Nurse on the left side, Bouchard on the right side, and you had Bouchard's man on the right side but standing right in front of Ingram, but Bouchard was ignoring him, so Nurse had to come across and box out Bouchard's man. But as soon as Nurse got there, the Flames shot, it hit Nurse in the chest and went in. This goal never happens if Bouchard had just taken his man out. But we've seen this time and time again where, be it Heckelm or Nurse or whoever's partnered with Bouchard, they have to do the heavy lifting defensively, and it cost us this time. 1-1. Oilers penalty at 2:50, Podkolzin for holding. And then a Flames penalty at 146 for slashing, so it was 4-on-4 for 56 seconds. Oilers goal at 16.8 seconds left in the first. Leon from Hyman and McDavid. McDavid carries into the zone, passes to RNH. RNH passes back to McDavid. McDavid goes to Hyman, who redirects the pass to Leon, who scores into a wide open net. It was a really gorgeous 4-player passing play between RNH, McDavid, Hyman, and Leon. 2-1 for the Oilers, and that was the end of the first. Shots on net were 9-15 for the Oilers, and the score is 2-1. Overall, a solid period with the one goal against the only blemish. Nurse had to come out of position to cover Bouchard's man, who had been left alone directly in front of Ingram. One unlucky bounce, and we've all seen this from Bouchard before. And let me be clear here. If Nurse had not come to take Bouchard's man, that means the Flame player was alone in front of the net, and instead of hitting Nurse in the chest, this would have been an easy tap-in or redirect for the Flame player. So, chances are either way this was going in, all because Bouchard doesn't pick up his man again. He was standing there. He's only like 2 feet away, just standing there going, But the Oilers battled back on the power play to retake the lead. 20 minutes down, 40 to go. Oh, and we saw some pushing in the end of the first period scrum, so might see some physicality yet in this game. Period 2, Flames penalty at 18:52, hooking. Oilers goal at 18:01, Leon from McDavid and Bouchard. Bouchard to Leon, Leon to McDavid, McDavid back to Leon, who moved to the slot. So Bouchard passed to Leon, Leon passed to McDavid, and as soon as Leon passed to McDavid, he went to the front of the net. Leon passed back, and boom, in the net. 3-1 for the Oilers. Then we had coincidental penalties. Flames penalty at 15:15 for hooking, and an Oilers penalty at 15:15 RNH for slashing, 4-on-4. Then the Flames take another penalty at 14:12, unsportsmanlike, and a game misconduct. It was stupid. The guy is sitting banging his stick in the penalty box, and he did it once too many times and got the game misconduct. So Oilers got a 4-on-3 power play for 57 seconds. And nothing comes from that. But then we have a fight at 11:38. Fredericks with ball. And there was a few good punches from both. Coincidental fighting majors. Oilers goal at 8:04. Hyman from McDavid. McDavid waits for a prone Flame defender to... The Flame defender goes down. McDavid waits him out, passes behind him, and Leon puts it in. Wide open net. Hyman puts it in on wide open net. 4-1 for the Oilers. Oilers penalty at 4:30. McDavid for holding. And then the end of the period, end of the second. Shots on goal were 16 for the Flames, 30 for the Oilers. This was a very one-sided game. 4-1 score. Oilers have taken over this game. Still 20 minutes to go, but so far it's been a one-sided affair through 40 minutes, as the shots on goal suggest. Period 3. Flames penalty at 14:45, tripping. Oilers goal at 14:22, Leon from McDavid and Hyman. And that was a Leon hat trick. McDavid carries from the Oilers zone to the Flames goal. Rebound goes to Hyman, who sends the pass to Leon, who buries it into a wide open net. 5-1 Oilers. Then the Oilers take a penalty at 13:06, regular. Puck over the glass, delay a game. And then the Flames take a penalty at 10:32, tripping. Then the Oilers take a penalty at 7:48, Nurse cross-checking. This was actually kind of funny. Darnell Nurse went looking for someone to dance with. No Flame player, and they had all their tough guys on the ice, and none of them were willing to engage. Darnell takes a cross-checking penalty trying to draw one of them in. I honestly, I don't think I've ever seen this where one player intimidated the entire tough lineup of an opposing team, because none of them, they all begged off. None of them wanted anything to do with Darnell Nurse. And again, the score is 5-1, so the game's already out of hand. Then a little bit later, Flames player tries to cheap shot Nurse from behind after the whistle with 6.6 seconds left in the game, and the officials just send the whole bunch of them to the locker room. Flames get a cross-checking penalty. Everyone else gets a 10-minute misconduct to get them off the ice. And that was the end of the game. Shots on goal were 20 for the Flames, 39 for the Oilers. And the Oilers win 5-1. Oilers take a share of first place with Vegas and Anaheim with this win. So that was a pretty one-sided beatdown by the Oilers. McDavid and Leon were absolutely flying. Ingram was solid, albeit not really tested. Personally, the funniest part of the game is all the Flames tough guys refusing to engage with Nurse. Like I said, I don't think I've ever seen that, where an entire lineup of tough guys they wanted nothing to do with Nurse until his back was turned, and then they all became tough guys again. If I was forced to find a negative, I'm still not thrilled with the third line. I don't think I heard Savoy's name at all during the game. We need more from our third line, and we need more from Matt Savoy. Yeah, I get it. You're not on the top six anymore, so you're not being gifted with McDavid, and, well, he didn't have any chemistry with McDavid, so he really wasn't getting any points with McDavid, but he did seem to have a little bit of chemistry with Leon, but Rosevich is better. And so he's on the third line, and he's been invisible since. And this is the same thing before he got up on the top six. Earlier in the season, when he was on the third line, he was invisible. Matt Savoy needs to figure out how to become involved and make an impact in these games, because doing this invisibility act is going to wear very thin very quickly. 3 stars. McDavid, 5 assists. Leon, 3 goals. He got a hat trick. And Hyman, 1 goal and 2 assists. Slugs, got no slugs for tonight. Like I said, it was a very dominant performance by the Oilers tonight. Oilers are now 19-13-6. Next game is Saturday, December 27th versus the Flames at 8 p.m. I'm not sure if it's on Sportsnet or if it's on CBC or whatever, so you'll have to look at the TV. It's a Hockey Night in Canada game. So unfortunately, that means Jack will be on the radio, Louis will have the night off, and we'll be stuck with the horrible Toronto announcer team. But yeah, so anyway, that's my game recap for tonight. If you like the video, leave a like, a subscribe, and a share. I'm trying to grow my channel, and a like, a subscribe, and a share does me wonders, and I do appreciate it. It takes 1 second to subscribe, costs you absolutely nothing, helps me immensely. Just hit the subscribe button on the bottom of the screen. And if you're watching this on Rumble, please follow my channel. Always feel free to leave a comment. I encourage everybody to leave a comment. Not only does it get us interacting, but it really does help me with the YouTube algorithm and getting more eyes on my videos. And as always, pew 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 and shit. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, and Merry Christmas, everyone. Bye.